Welcome to my part 1 video on comparing numbers written in scientific notation. Part 2 will consist of ordering numbers written in scientific notation. So it's easy to compare numbers with different exponents. The numbers with the larger exponents are always greater. So fill in the word greater. But remember, in order to do this, they both have to be written in scientific notation. For example, 10 to the 10th power would look like this. Remember, when we have a power of 10, we start with the number 1. Move it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this, of course, will have 10 zeros. And it will be written like this. And then, of course, 10 to the 5th power, start with the number 1. We have 5 zeros. So we have 100,000. Okay, and clearly 10 billion is larger than 100,000. Okay, so let's look at these. They're both written in scientific notation. So look at the exponent. We compare 6 to 7, and we say that this is less than that. Okay, look at the exponent. 5 and 4. How does 5 compare to 4? It's greater than. Now, in these two examples, they're not both written in scientific notation, so we can either change them both to numbers or change them to scientific notation. I'm just going to change this one to scientific notation. So remember, I chop it, write down my number, and I start after the 5 because this is where the decimal will be, 1, 2, 3. So it's 5 times 10 to the 3rd. They're both written in scientific notation, so look at the exponent, and they are the same. And they have the same root number, so we say that these are equal. And look at this one, 8 and 1900 times 10 to the 5th, 81,900. This is not in scientific notation, so chop it. We're going to put the decimal between the 8 and the 1, times 10 to the 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're comparing 5 to 4. And so we say greater than. Now, 1 million has 6 zeros. I can chop it right here. So we have 1 times 10 to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're comparing the same exponent here. So we have to look at how does 1 compare to 1.1 or 1 and 1/10. We say that 1 is less than. Now, you don't have to always change them both to scientific notation. You could change them both to standard form, but it's easier to look at them when they're both in scientific notation, personally. Okay, moving right along. So let's look at the bottom. Now we're going to compare numbers with equal exponents. So the first one, we have 1 in 89 hundredths times 10 to the 11th. 1 and 3/10 times 10 to the 11th. So what we're going to do is we're going to write them down here. And when we compare decimals, we line them up. So 1 and 3/10. What can I drop here? Correct. A 0. And how does 1 in 89 hundredths compare to 1 in 30 hundredths? We say that it's greater than. So we're going to put a greater than symbol. The next one, once again, the exponents are the same, so line them up. 3 and 26 hundredths, 3 and 29 hundredths. And how does 3 and 26 compare to 3 and 29 hundredths? It's less than. And the last one, same exponent once again. So we line them up. Don't forget to add a 0 here. And I should have mentioned this before, but if the exponents are equal, then we compare the coefficients starting at the left of the decimal, which is what I've been doing. I just didn't say it. We start at the ones place, and then we work our way to the tens, hundreds, and thousands. So we start here, they're the same. Here, they're different. So how does 0 compare to 1? It's less than. So 7 and 400ths is less than 7 and 1000ths. Okay, go ahead and turn the page. So steps to compare numbers in scientific notation. So this is just a recap of what we're doing. So look at this first example. We have the same exponents. So now we're going to look at the root number, the number in the beginning. So we have 2 and 4600ths. We have 2 and 4/10ths, but I can drop a 0. How do those compare? This is greater than. So we can put a greater than symbol up here. Now look at the next example. If we look at the exponents, we notice they're different, so we can just compare them. How does -9 compare to -7? It is less than, so put a less than symbol here. And this is just a chart to show you. Compare the exponents. If they're different, then we can just look at them to compare. If they're the same, then we can compare the coefficients, that root number in front. So that concludes part 1 on comparing scientific notation. I hope you have a great day.